Lunchbox claims to have heard something he wasn't supposed to hear. You're up.
Dude, it was one of those moments where I was like, I did not want to hear that. I didn't need to hear that. It was the other day in the office, walking down the hall, and Bobby was talking to security guy Tim, and all I heard Tim was say, yes, it was the real FBI looking for you. And I was like, oh, no. So that just got my mind spinning that I don't know what Bobby's been doing, if he's going to prison, why the FBI would be looking for Bobby. Started making me think, do we need to get lawyers? Do we need to...
Do we? You have a mouse in your pocket?
Well, no, I'm saying
also,
like...
he's like, I don't want to hear. I don't need to hear. Yeah, right. Dude, listen, puts his ear on every door in the building.
And
Amy does therapy, and he's in there staring in the window.
I did, but once I heard that, I was like, oh, no, Bobby's going to prison. Then it really got me thinking, do we need to find other jobs? Like, if Bobby's going to the big house, if the FBI is looking for Bobby, then there is something wrong. So... I had that, and I wasn't going to say anything, but it's been weighing on me, and I was like, okay, I need to let this cat out of the bag.
It's been weighing on you. It's the first day we've been back since you heard about it. Okay, here's the thing. I can't say too much with any specifics, but it's happened before. Somebody was posing as me online and got a bunch of money from somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
No, not okay. That sucks.
No,
That sucks,
but you're not going away.
You're not going away.
That's
right.
good.
The FBI
I was never
doesn't
going
mean
away.
He's
Yes.
done something bad. It could be something's being done to him.
I got a call saying I was being represented in a way that wasn't me. This happens a lot with country music stars as well. Someone had fallen for somebody acting like me, and someone had given them a bunch of money and then realized it wasn't me, like thousands of dollars. So that's what it was about. And it's like, do you want to try to track them down? Okay, but you really never do because they're in a foreign country. They use a different IP. Yeah, somebody got scammed. So I'll use this opportunity to say, unless it has a blue check mark by it on Instagram, it's not the person. On Twitter, it's dicey because you can just get a blue check mark for nothing if you pay $2.99 a month. So Twitter is just Wild West anyway. But on Instagram, if there is no blue check mark, if it is not my specific name, I do not have an account that, quote, only talks with fans. I do not have a manager that reaches out to people to go, hey, Bobby would like to talk to you secretly. None of that happens. It is all done with blue check marks. That's why the FBI was calling me to let me know. It's not the first time it happened. Hopefully it will be the last, but I doubt it. So please, everybody, if it's not a blue check, unless it's a Cole Swindell. Sometimes Cole Swindell
sometimes.
he gets in there. You know, that's all it was. I mean, not all it was, but that's what it was.
Okay, I'm glad. I'm sorry to hear someone lost money, but I'm glad to hear that you were not on the sketchy side of the law. That's all.
You think I'm on the sketchy side of the law?
You know what? Some people hide in plain sight, and some criminals are really good at putting on this front of, hey, I don't do anything wrong. Look at me, I'm an upstanding citizen.
But that's not in plain sight. Plain sight would be like I'm admitting to doing a bunch of stuff, but I'm actually doing more. I mean, like plain sight is you're there kind of doing it.
Okay, so I used the wrong analogy, but I'm just glad to hear that you're not. You never know. Like I always say, you never know who you're sleeping next to. You never know who you're working next to.
You don't think you know your wife?
No. I think you know who your wife is or your husband or your spouse or your partner in crime, but then
They snap.
they snap in the middle of the night.
I think that's you knowing them, but I think that's something that triggers them, that makes them act in a way that isn't typical to how they normally act. I don't think that's not knowing them.
Well, there's the kind that snap, and then there's the kind that are living
Double lives. You
Yeah,
think
but-
you know.
But double lives, for how long have you been married?
It's actually coming up on 10 years, I was told this year.
Yeah. Double life's difficult for 10 years, especially if they're always home.
Yeah. I mean, but people, that's what I'm saying. You think you know, but you have no idea. You see these news stories like, I had no idea, like
But do you know why it's a news story? Because it's not common.
the Gigolo beach killer, like the wife's like, I had no idea. It's like, what do you know?
But you know why it's a news story? Because it doesn't happen a whole lot. Because if it did happen a whole lot, it wouldn't be newsworthy.
It would be terrifying to
What's the
realize
Gigolo beach killer?
You're
the guy
married
that was
to a
killing all the
murderer.
prostitutes up in like
Yeah.
New York and dumping them on the beach, and they were
that was an old story.
No, that was just like he got arrested a couple years ago. He hadn't even gone to trial yet.
Yeah, that's all. Okay, I thought it was like this week.
Yeah, but he follows all these stories like so to him, he's probably still keeping up with
Heck yeah.
Gigolo.
Mr. Gigolo. All right. Gigolo beach murders, the timeline. Really nothing's happened recently.
No, nothing.
It's not Gigolo, it's Gilgo. It sounds like Gigolo. Okay, I'm out.